Now to our next story. You know, the contentious Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway project appears to be going on after all. The federal government, we can tell you, is set to launch the cross-river segment of the project known as Section B3. The Minister of Works, Senator Dave Umahi, made the disclosure at a stakeholders' engagement on Section 2 of the project. The date for the flag-off is April the 14th. The Akwa Ibom stretch is built for flag-off on the 15th. That's the next day. Now, Senator Umahi also disclosed that the section of the project is the worst terrain, hence the need to commence from there first. Wale, at least for once, let's go there.
No, in Nigeria, we are used to government talking about big projects, and then you discover that for the next 18 months, government is in the drawing board, trying to work out the details. But in this case, the federal government hit the ground running. So I think I'm quite impressed by what is going on. This is a mega project. It's one of the biggest single projects across Africa. Okay. 700 kilometers. Oh, yeah. You know, linking 3 regions with about 8 states. So going back to Akwa Ibom and Cross River to start the second phase, with the call section B2. Yeah. I think it's quite impressive. It shows that the government might actually finish this project before the set date of 2031. So I think this is a legacy project. No matter how you look at it. And I believe governments, when you have a government spending 4 years and then there's something you can point to, irrespective of other fault lines. So I think it's a big bonus. It's going to decongest the highway, the traditional highway from Lagos to Calabar. It's going to open up a lot of opportunities. So I'm happy that the government is working 24 hours to ensure that this dream is actualized. Yeah.
Okay. Mayor, no pun is intended here. I know that going to your homestead, you spend on the outside 30 minutes. But the travel time for me, talking about this project, for me, traveling from Lagos to Akwa Ibom will be reduced greatly. And it's something I cannot wait.
Of course, yes. Yeah. There was a time that I read an article about people criticizing the project.
Oh, yeah.
And I said they don't seem to understand what that project can do for the country.
In the long run?
Yes, in the long run. Because when you look at that, a project that will open up 8 states, apart from reducing travel times, there's going to be development along the way. Yeah. For that. And already we have seen it, because if you go towards in Lagos, the first leg from Ozumbadwe to the beach, to the port, the port is almost concluded. And if you have opportunity of just passing through, the level of what the contractor has been able to do is something that is very commendable. And when you now imagine that what we have seen from that leg, from the one up to the port, when you now imagine that from Lagos to Calabar, and you look at the developments that will come up all the way on both sides of the road in each of those states, tourism, what it will do to tourism, what it will do to infrastructural development, and then knock-on effects of those who are going to benefit, giving services and all that. Then you will know that it is a project that everybody should support. It's a project, yes, I know that there are criticisms that they have to destroy some houses and businesses for right of way, but that's how it is. That's how it is.
World over.
You cannot make omelette without breaking eggs. That is how it works. But we are going to look at the larger good to the society and what that mammoth infrastructural development can give to the country and the states along the way.
You know, Wale, you know, in Germany they are known as autobahns, or is it America?
Superhighways.
Superhighways. When the immediate past governor of Cross River talked about the superhighway, you know, linking Cross River with Benue, my mind, I can't afford, you know, I'm looking at the Lagos-Calabar.
Yeah, just like we're talking about unforeseen positive consequences. you know, because with that highway, there's going to be more port businesses going up in that area. You know, it's a coastal area.
Oh, yeah.
So I expect Akwa Ibom Port to be, Cross River Port to be far more developed than it is now. The port in Ondo State. So it's really going to
Akwa Ibom has a port too.
And also the transportation, even on highways, is going to give...
You have the Warri Port on the way.
So I think it's a whole lot of businesses. You are going to see housing clusters being built along these highways. And then fishing is going to be, more improved. So, and I think it's also going to open up the Gulf of Guinea. So it's a major project that it is tied with a lot of economic potentials. So I think I really release the government for the creative energy to think about this project.
And team leader BKO is watching from the sideline. He certainly has a way of reacting to this. BKO, here we are. Yeah, how do we go?
Yes, I'm happy that they are finally going to kick off work at the Cross River end of the project. The governor of Cross River had demanded for this. In fact, his wish was that the work should start simultaneously with the Lagos end, so that people can feel that indeed this is a project that will crisscross different states of our country. And the governor knows that this would affect at least 11 communities in a state, terminating at Akampa local government.
Yeah.
He knows that it will bring development to those communities. It will generate employment for the people. And that's why he had been piling this pressure on the minister, on the president, and he got the assurances of the president in January that they were going to kick it off. And yes, it's now going to happen. That end, the Cross River end, is 130 kilometers.
Oh, yeah.
By the end of May, 30 kilometers of this project, beginning from the Lagos end, will have been ready. In fact, if you see the videos of the construction work being done using concrete technology, it's so thick, you know that this is a project that will last, will stand the test of time. So the minister, who has demonstrated so much energy in fulfilling the mandate that he was given, has shown that he is not joking, that he is so serious about this. And when people say there's nothing that the government has achieved, if we deliver 30 kilometers that people can see, people resident in the community, that it passes through can see, how do you sit in your houses and say nothing has been achieved?
Even if it's 1 kilometer. Moral judgment.
Yes, that constitutes some achievement. So I'm happy. I do not listen to those who are saying, oh, this project is not necessary. We were told that some of what IBB was doing in Abuja at that time, was not necessary. But today, Abuja is Nigeria's most beautiful city, and you still see those roads. Those roads were costly to build at that time, but people are enjoying them. You don't drive around the streets of Abuja and see potholes here and there, despite the fact that some of those roads are more than 40 years old. So we need good infrastructure. Good infrastructure helps communities to grow. It expands the economic potentials of communities. And I'm confident that this coastal road, when it is finally delivered, Nigerians, those who are condemning it, will embrace it and they will be happy about it.
Yeah.
Where would we have been if, for example, we didn't have the third mainland bridge? And if we were to build the third mainland bridge today, even Nigerian banks put together will not be able to finance it. Because it's tough. Even the fourth mainland bridge, we simply can't find the money at this time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Not to talk about the third mainland bridge. So when leaders have the opportunity to deliver infrastructure, they should not waste time. They should not listen to the naysayers. because the majority in any case is not always right. And many years down the line, you get you are proved right when you stand firm and deliver a project of this magnitude to your people.
Well, Mayor, you see, Calabar, Lagos, it's like Badagry, Sokoto, you know, that is also
that's another one. Yes, it's in the works. Yes.
So you are looking at going from Calabar, Lagos, and then to Sokoto.
If they can pull it off, it would open up the country, because don't forget that apart from this superhighway, there's a plan to also include rail.
Rail,
yes, which will also enhance not only movement but opening up each community.
You remember when the former President Muhammadu Buhari government toyed with the rail work from Calabar to this same Lagos?
Yes,
that would have traversed 10, 11 states. And it faced so much opposition.
I think it will still come, because there's tremendous improvement in the rail line and infrastructure, and I think eventually we'll get there. The problem is that we need a lot of Chinese loans to be able to do it, because they are the ones executing it. But I think we'll get there. But if we can get this done, and they can include that rail line to it, that will be the biggest infrastructural development the country has witnessed. So if later they can add the other leg to Sokoto, it will open up the country, and you cannot really say the kind of development it will bring.
Sometimes you wonder why stereotypes would come against projects like this.
Well, there are people who don't believe, excuse me, any government in power. They are not part of that. They are not part of the regime. That regime can never make any progress.
Sorry, we have a viewer from Abuja, Abdul Kadri. He is trying to weigh in. Abdul Kadri, how are you? Welcome.
I'm fine, super fine, over what I'm hearing.
Okay, sir.
There is a big drum in my town, Afikpo. Even the one that is, I'm fine, super fine.
Go on.
I'm telling you over what I'm hearing. From Akankpa to my village is not up to 60 kilometers, and you tell me, God will bless you and you will win. You will continue winning till you complete that my road. 4x4 is yours. Allahu Akbar.
Thank you. Okay.
What you're saying is the same thing I was saying is about opening up different communities in different states. Because now the man that wants to go to Africa wants to go to Calabar. There's no need to bother about spending 8-10 hours on the road, facing all kind of things. You get on that super highway, that's it.
Afikpo is in Abia.
Yes,
you know, you talk about Unwana Afikpo, you know, so I'm looking at the map. So it can only get better.
Yeah, it can only get better. This is a milestone that, you know, it's not just going to serve Nigerians, it's going to serve the entire West African region.
Yeah.
So
more like saying to the world, come to Nigeria.
And that's to how you said people criticize projects like this. It's okay, it's natural. Why it's natural is that one, it's a mega project, it's in trillions. And you see, we always look for excuses to say that there must be other interests apart from the infrastructural part of it and all that. But that does not matter. What is important is that would the project serve the common good? If yes, is it needed? If yes, then let's go for it.
All right, so to our next story.